I'm excited.
So show me the place. Show me the place.
I'll show you the place. Wait, how do I flip the camera again? Okay, my office is still a mess for now, so you can forgive that.
Oh, but look, wait. Go to the book. Go to the book there. What's there? What's that? Go.
Retire, retire young, retire rich.
Ah, nice. Okay. Let's see what else is there in your book cupboard there.
My bookshelf.
Your bookshelf, sorry. 5 Look at that. The 10x rule. Ah, so which one is your favorite one?
Shoo, that's a tough one. My favorite one is always Trump, the art of the deal, because I really like that guy. So yeah.
Okay, we're gonna agree to disagree on that one.
I know. My second, I've got a couple of books that are still in the pipeline for me to read, because I bought a few this month. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to reading the Stellenbosch Mafia. This one right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to be a business mafia, so I need to actually know how that works.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. Show me the rest of the place. Let's see.
This is my lovely admin lady. That's Anushka. We've got some progress.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
This is my favorite view. I never get stressed, but
you know, I have a nicer office than me officially with that view.
you see. So yeah, I kind of enjoy standing here. And then come back. Oof. And then those are my cameras. I can actually see my staff and what they're doing. And then, yeah, this is how things are at the workshop. And then these are the tools that are being prepared for RMI accreditation, which I'm hoping will be done within the next 2 weeks. Then you can bring your insurance cars and all that type of stuff. Then you'll be able to fix any car throughout the whole country. Yeah, that's my new car.
Okay, your new car, okay.
I bought this as well. We should be printing it hopefully by the end of this week. And yeah, so.
So tell me, what is a property person doing with cars?
As long as you are living on the planet Earth, you are working on someone's property, right? A car is a type of property, right? So, when a car is stolen, they say it's stolen property. Your clothes, when they're stolen, they say it's stolen property. So I always say to people, I'm still in the property business. Right?
Like that.
I've not changed the game at all. It's just that I changed the business model, right? Because for me now, I'm at a point where I want to invest in things that only produce daily cash flow. For me, I want money every day. Okay, and I'm done with waiting.
But you're not out of property like the residential, the live-in type of property. Although I suppose you can live in a car, but
no, I'm not. I'm never out of those. It's just that for now, I wanted to build businesses that produce daily cash.
You're part of your 7 streams of income.
Yes.
Nice.
And another thing is, looking at the regulations and the times that we're in, I wanted a level 5 type of business, a business that can make money in any level. Level 5, I know I won't be stranded. Level 1, I know I won't be stranded. And, I believe this is the highest form of leverage. Well, there's many forms, but this is just one of the highest, right? Why? Because, we usually say leverage is, getting paid 1% of 100 people's efforts. And, by fixing cars, I'm not sure what the percentage is there, but it's a crazy percentage from what? Potentially 1,000 people's efforts, 10,000 people's efforts, hopefully a million people's efforts.
Okay, but now, I'm a very lazy person. So
Yeah.
I saw this awesome post that you did on Facebook. You were at some radio show showing off there, doing your thing. And it had a very interesting title. It said the 5 leverages or what in property, something like that.
5 forms of leverage. Yes.
The 5 forms of leverage. But then I was too lazy to sit and listen to it. And I knew I was going to have questions. So I thought I'm just going to call you and ask you, so what are those? Because that sounded so interesting.
So the first one is other people's mind power, right?
Mind
Other
power,
people's
okay?
mindset, right? So
Yeah.
in other words, if there's something you don't know, find ways to employ someone else's mindset. And there's 2 ways to employ people's mindset. Number one is by buying, into their mindset, buying their mindset, right? By paying through coaching or mentorships, whatever the case is, or by servicing the person through a network. Right?
Okay.
So we usually say if you can't join their table or if you can't sit in the same table with them, service their networks, right? That way you find yourself in the same room as everybody else, right? So mind power. Number 2 is other people's manpower,
Okay.
right? Other people's physical strength, right?
Like me,
Other
I like to always like tell my husband, even though it's something I can do, but you know that lazy part again. So I'm like, can't do
yeah.
this. So okay, I'm using that one. I like it. Yes.
Some call it other people's expertise, which means you use your lawyers, you use your people who actually specialize in whatever it is that they do, right?
Mm.
So it's your people in your S quadrant, right, that you want to utilize, accountants, doctors, okay, maybe not doctors in this case, but your construction owners, construction company owners, and so forth, architects, yeah. So those are the people you want to utilize
The skills.
as
Okay.
your manpower, yes,
All
because
right.
they have the skills, they have the expertise and the specialties that you don't really want to major in. Or maybe, as Robert Kiyosaki says, your job is to be a generalist, not a specialist in everything, right? You need to know a little about everything. So for
Everything.
me, I'm a big believer in that. Knowing a little about everything, just enough for me to know what I'm doing, right? And then the third one is other people's time,
Okay.
right? So you want to be able to employ other people's time so that you can be able to focus on the most important things, right? Because your duty as a business owner, as a property investor, is not to be making phone calls and asking people to pay their rent when they're going to pay their rent, because the quality of your phone call then ceases to be one of millions. It becomes a quality of phone call to solve rental problems, which is roughly 3.5, 4.5, maybe to 8,000 rand, 9,000, whatever the rental amount it is that you are looking for. But then you cease to be, to solve problems with millions, right? You
Ah.
start being the boss, right? So the reason why you want to use other people's time is because you don't want to lock yourself in a box. You don't want to be in a box, right? What you want to do is I don't like saying you want to create the box, but anyways, you don't want a box, right?
You want to own the
So
box. You want to
you
own the
want to
box.
own the box, right?
Don't be
Yeah,
in the box. Own the box.
just own the box.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And then the second one, okay, the fourth one is other people's marketing. So we always say the name of the game is who knows you and who do you know, right? Who do you know and who knows you? It's all about who knows you nowadays. It's not so much about how smart you are, how educated you are, how intelligent you are. Like none of that stuff matters, right? Okay, maybe it matters to a certain degree, but as an individual, you can only do so much. It's all about who knows you. That's the name of the game, right? We are always taught that
Mm.
being connected is wrong, but being connected is probably the best thing you can ever do for yourself in this South African right now. Otherwise, you'll always be lost on the line, right? So it's always about who knows you. So we always say it's important that you build strategic business relationships, right? So every week I take out an average of 5 to 10 business owners, strangers. I meet up with them. How can I help their businesses grow? What can I do for them? How can I help them achieve their dreams? And so when I build those strategic business relationships, I don't build to ask for money. I build to service them, right? What can I do to help them grow their business? What can I do? Who can I introduce them to, right? Because now we're coming into a time where this thing of selling one thing to one person, selling a cup that you bought at what? Is it wholesale price or retail price? I don't know which one it is.
Also,
Wholesale price. The one that
yeah.
you bought at wholesale for 30 Rand and then you'd sell at 45 Rand. That stuff is not going to work anymore, right? It's all about context, right? Okay, so I started employing Grant Cardone's a formula that contacts,
Oh,
so you want to build contacts so that you can secure contracts secure revenue secures the wealth, right?
yeah.
So it's
Okay.
not so much about how intelligent you are, it's about securing contacts and finding ways to which you can make money with these guys and put it on a contract and be able to secure it for as long as possible, right? Stretch it out for as long as possible, right? That's how you create wealth. That's how your business survives COVID, by the way.
And there you were stealing, or not stealing, that's the wrong word, leveraging mind power. And you don't have to physically be in that person's space. It's also about what do they put out there in terms of the internet, online, digital, all of that sort of things. But wasn't that four? What's the fifth one?
The fifth one is everyone's favorite. It's other people's money. So other people's money
Okay.
comes as a result of having majored on the first four.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So it comes as a result of having majored on the first four because the first four help you establish trust. Right. So you want to major on the first four, and then you can be able to call people, ask them for money to finance whatever project you've got. Because no one is going to give you their money unless they feel they are connected with you, unless they feel that they know what you're doing, unless they feel that there's a relationship that just goes beyond money, right? So that's the most important thing. Now, other people's money goes without saying. Without saying, yeah, saying is right. So let's make a short example, right? When I started in property with your guidance, I was earning less than 2,000 Rand a month. And now, can you imagine the first property deal we bought was 2.1 million Rand? And now think about it like this. If I had to do it on my own, if I had to save to buy a 2.1 million Rand property, right? How long was that going to take? Right? Being a guy earning less than 2,000. And on the day, if I'm lucky enough to survive long enough to save 2 million Rand by earning 2,000 Rand a month, right? On the day that I'm done saving it, ready to buy the property, how much would that property cost at that time? Right? So
Yeah.
saving was going to cost me money, right? So that's why we use other people's money, because saving is ridiculous, right? The more you save money, they're printing money, you're losing money. And it's just not good for you, right? So the best thing to do is to learn the skills and the tools that will enable you to be able to use other people's money. Other people's money, investors are everywhere. That is why we take the time to build strategic business relationships on a weekly basis, right? Because we're creating capacity. It goes with creating capacity. There's a task we usually give our coaching clients where we say to them, listen, take a look at your contacts, right? If you needed 1,000 Rand within the next 24 hours, who can you call? Who's going to give you 1,000 Rand within the next 24 hours? And the average coaching client would say they have about 3 people who can give them, 1,000 Rand. And we're only talking about 1,000 Rand. We haven't started speaking about 1 million. It's just talking about 1,000 Rand. And the average coaching client would say about 3 people. Right? They're sure that if they were to call these people, they need 1,000 Rand, they would get it within 24 hours. But think about it like this. If you need 100,000 Rand within the next 24 hours, okay, let's stretch it to the next 7 days. How many people can you call? Then the game changes.
Yeah. No,
Right?
that's powerful. But now, Lihle, you can't be giving away all your secrets on here, okay? You're not going to do it, because I know that you have a coaching program. So tell people, where can they get a hold of you? How can they get in contact with you for your coaching program that you do to change and use all of these 5 leverages that you're talking about?
Awesome. They can contact me from my website. They can Google me. I'm Googleable nowadays.
All right, cool. I will put in the video description. I'll put Lihle's website address in there.
So
You
it's
can Google
Lihle
him.
Kinkoli everywhere. It's my name everywhere on social media. You can schedule a property consultation call with me, and then I'll be looking forward to
And
connecting.
it'll be any
seeing
kind
how-
of property, even clothing property.
clothing property. You just come with it, right? You just come with it, right? I think the most important thing that people have to understand is the 4 quadrants, right? That, it's understanding business systems, how to build business systems, because that's what we do in property, right? We find property opportunities and we build business systems around it that make the property investable, that make the property be able to reproduce or print money, as Robert Musak would say. So the most important skill, I believe, is learning how to build a business system around a property or whatever business that you want to do. And then that makes, your deal, investable. That will find you the money that you.
All right, awesome, Lihle. Thank you so much for the chat and taking us on a walkthrough of your brand new business baby that you made there. And it's looking awesome.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Sure.